Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and today we are once again going to have a look at the Aerosoft Twin Otter. Coming as a default aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, this aircraft all of a sudden got a lot more interesting, and while it is not available for sale anymore for FS 2020, I am really positive about the future of this aircraft. Now, also, I have done a couple of flights into Lukla recently with aircraft that were, well, let's call it conditionally suited for this airport. This one, we are going to do it right. And we are going to do a proper approach down here. Now, let's go ahead and have a little look into the Twin Otter. It is going to be a little bit of a review, but mostly it is going to be a pilot having fun with an aircraft. Okay, so we are going to start with a little walk around the aircraft over here, and we are flying the Twin Otter 100 version over here in the cargo version. Now, first of all, we once again got very nice textures over here. I mean, just look at these engines, really good looking, and it is a very nicely looking model as well. Details like the flap fairings or details like the landing gear down here, all of that stuff is there, and the sheer thought that it is going to come as a default airplane in the upcoming simulator really makes this one exciting. Now, beautiful looking, we already talked about that, so I don't really think that anyone is going to doubt that. But let's go ahead and have a look into the interior as well and into the cabin. So, the cockpit, well, we are familiar with the cockpit by now. Obviously, this one doesn't have the landing gear lever that the float version had that we flew earlier on. And wait a moment, is that a moving cat? Okay. That's... Oh, wait for it. A cat and a dog approaching one another. This is gonna get interesting. Alright, guys, that's more interesting than the Twin Otter right now. My apologies. Oh. Come on. At least put in a couple of barking noises. Alright. So, that guy over there seems a little bit demotivated as well, doesn't he? Well, in any case, let's go ahead and continue having a look at our aircraft then. So this is what the cabin of the Twin Otter Cargo looks like. And it basically still has all the air conditioning outlets of the passenger version, but I do find it quite nice that they put a little bit of cargo in here as well. Now, on top of that, of course, all the doors can and do open and close. Like we can close them through the click spots over here. The same goes for the aft doors. I really hope that they are going to include opening doors in the upcoming simulator, by the way. That is really one of those features that I really want to see. Alright, so closing that door and we can take a seat, closing that door as well. Now my procedures on the Twin Otter are certainly not the most correct and certainly not the most complete, so don't take this as a tutorial, please. It really isn't. But by the time the new sim comes out, who knows, I might be doing a tutorial on it. Okay, so master on, battery switch on. Well, don't really need signs, but just for the sake of it. Anti-collision light can come on. And then fuel pumps coming on, fire test is looking good, and we can do the light test as well. And this is all looking good. Alright, excellent. Let's go ahead and start up our engines. We're going to start with engine number 2. So power on the right side, gas generator, exactly. I need some music now. Alright, gas generator up to 13%, here we go, and condition lever is coming in. Alright, the engine is slowly starting up, and here we go, self-sustaining RPM is reached. Let's do the same on the left side. By the way, did you see how the lights dimmed as power is drawn from the battery in order to power the starter motor? Really a nice effect. Some people just keep saying like, well, it's the likes of Black Square and A2A doing this, but as you can see, Aerosoft did the same thing. Here we go, starter is disengaged, the lights went brighter again. Really nice to see that an early MSFS aircraft actually had these kind of features already. Okay, so that is 2 good starts. Then let's go ahead and make some noise, please. And as we do that, generators on, the bleeds can come on. And, well, here we go. Okay, so flaps down towards 20. And then we can go ahead and turn on that transponder. Well, let's just put it to on for now. Well, release the parking brakes, and off we go. Okay, brake check. The scenery in use today is Aerosoft's Lukla scenery of the Mount Everest Airport series that they have just started. And, well, what can I say? Compared to the default Lukla, it's really quite an improvement. I do like it. I do like it very much. Also nice how they used that static Twin Otter over there, by the way. And if you ask me, they just took the model from the payware, didn't they? I mean, this really looks almost identical. Very good looking model for sure. Okay, the approach area is clear. Let's try and line up without breaking the wing. Sounds easier than it is, for sure. Wow, we need a lot of power here. Okay, turn around. Careful on the brakes. Okay, we didn't hear any squeaking sound, we didn't hear any rumbling sound. That's probably a good sign. Okay, aligned with the runway. Parking brake is set. Let's see, the pumps are on, the lights can come on, and the pitot heat can come on, position lights, and that should mostly be it. Okay, I'm not gonna do a run-up over here, I can't be bothered for that. Well, in that case, parking brake off, brakes on, let's add some power and see how this one's gonna go. And I'm wondering how those engines are going to perform up here at altitude. I have no idea what to expect right now. Okay, set power. So this is maximum power, this is the lever's full forward. Okay, start the timing, brakes released. Let's see what we are going to get over here. Gonna keep an eye on the engine values as we accelerate, making sure that we don't overboost them. The last thing I want is an engine failure at this elevation. Okay, rotate. Positive climb. Well, we don't have retractable gear, so not going to be too much of an issue. And then we can reduce that torque a little bit and power back to 90% RPMs. Go 90% set and increasing the torque once again. This is looking good. Alright, pitching down a bit, flaps coming up. Yaw damper coming on, and then we can make the left-hand turn out of the valley, just like we did with the airliners. We're going to fly the same profile, and we'll try not to burn the engines. Still interesting how they seem to continuously heat up and slowly go into the overheat when you operate them at full power, rather than going there, you know, like immediately. You really got to keep a good eye on them. And, well, none of them failed, so that is probably a good sign. Okay, so gonna fly it out of the valley just like we did with the liners. And look at those temperatures getting hot again. Alright, I tell you what. Reduce torque a little bit more. And prop levers back down to 75% RPMs. And then we can just set the torque at 40, leave it there, and that should cover for all our problems. Alright, we'll keep an eye on the temperature, see how it's going to develop. So, getting into this little area over here. Then procedure turn starting on a southerly heading. You can do procedure turns with any kind of aircraft, regardless of their size. It's basically always the same. The physics are the same, so we don't really need to worry about that stuff. Just make sure to maintain a constant bank angle. Right, 80 degrees to the left, 260 degrees to the right. and then we should end up going right back into the valley where we came from. Of course, you should try and fly it at a constant speed and a constant altitude. Speed is of course most important over here. So the right-hand engine is running a little bit hotter than the left-hand engine, but that's all within limits. I am happy with that. It's fine. As long as they stay outside of the caution range over here, I am happy. Okay, going to complete the procedure turn over here, and once we head back into the valley, we can start planning our approach. Now, of course, with the Twin Otter, we don't need to, you know, wrestle it in at the very beginning of the runway and slam it down into the runway just in order to, you know, achieve that positive landing with the immediate braking effect. With this one, we can just take things a little bit slower and do a proper touchdown and a proper rollout, as we have plenty of runway available for us to use. And well, this is pretty much what we are indeed going to do. So the plan on this one is not to do a hard landing, but to do a proper and positive landing. Okay, rolling out of the turn, we're going into the valley once again. Lukla is located right down here, if you haven't figured it by now. Seeing how often I'm flying into this these days, gotta admit, it's just a good lot of fun, isn't it? I mean, it's a really challenging airport, and depending on the aircraft you take into there, let's be honest over here, with the Twin Otter it's probably a reasonable thing to do, but 737, A320 we don't have to talk about, I think. It's a great lot of fun though, it really is. Okay, let's pull out a little bit of power, and we are going to start our initial descent here. The runway elevation is 9,200 feet roughly, or the runway threshold elevation. The top is at 9,400 feet, so got to keep that in mind, and of course keep the optical illusion in mind as well. We've got to make sure that we don't approach too slow, otherwise we are going to have problems arresting the rate of descent and actually adapting into a slight climb for our touchdown. On this one, the attempt obviously is to make it smooth. This is not one of those we just gotta get it down approaches. This is meant as a serious one. Let's see how it's going to develop. Okay. Prop RPM is going full forward, the lights are still on, everything is set. All we need now is the flaps. Let's go flaps 10 and flaps 20. So that's our runway right in front. Let's make sure we don't descend too quickly here, and flaps 40. The angle just looks so confusing. Okay, gotta keep a little bit of speed there so that we can actually arrest the descent rate. Looks really high, but it's not. Okay, we're down. You could really see the optical illusion there. Okay, getting over the top and vacating the runway. So guys, here we have it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it properly. Going to park in spot number 1 over here. Let's make sure not to run. Is that dog barking at the bird over there? Okay, guys. We gotta park this quickly. I want to see this. Okay, stop. Look at that! Alright, I think this is the first time I'm seeing a dog barking at a chicken in a flight simulator. And a chicken in a flight simulator, like, what's that doing here? Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the title picture. Alright, this was too good. This was too good to miss. Like, here, go to your friends. This is probably where you want to go to. Okay, back to the Twin Otter. Should have turned the Yacht Emperor off, I do admit that. So, bleeds off, generators off, position light off, don't need the signs anyway in here. Okay, lights also off, and engines off. And feather. No, not you. Well, that's an awkward click spot. You. Okay. Well, control lock going into place again, and the power is coming off. And here we have it, my friends, the Aerosoft Twin Otter. Really looking forward to see this one come to FS 2024 as a default aircraft. Oh, look at that, the second dog is joining them. Right, guys, this is where... Is it walking through him? Okay, no comment on that. But, well, guys, I like this aircraft. I can't emphasize how thrilled I am that this is coming to FS 2024 as a default plane, and that it is finally going to be available again for everyone to use. So, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Very much looking forward to your feedback on this one. Also, let me know your feedback on the landing here in Lukla. And, well, I am looking forward to see you all again on the next one. If you are up for more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and be sure to leave a like and comment to let me know what you think of this kind of video. Thank you very much, everyone, and as always, if you really love what I'm doing, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you for watching, and see you all again on the next one.